video I wanted to talk about, or first off, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you are new and never been here before. I'm Ravenly and I talk about spirituality, philosophy and arts and illustration. And I also do some music and creativity and productivity and stuff like that. And I also have autism, so I'm weird in front of a camera and I can't look at the camera properly, and you have to live with that. I'm very sorry. In today's video I wanted to share with you all my productivity and journaling systems, because I use both the bullet journal method and the digital planning method, which is very popular in the US, and the bullet journal method, which is popular in the Western world overall. First off, I have no microphone because the app from iRig won't work. So audio is what the audio is. I don't know if you can hear it on my accent, but I'm not a native English speaker. I'm actually from Sweden and I have some heritage from India and Portugal, and I speak like I speak, and I have an accent, and I'm not a native English speaker, so you have to live with that as well. Like I said, in today's video or vlog, I wanted to share my bullet journal, my other journaling I do, and that includes faith journaling and Bible journaling and guided journaling and stream of consciousness journaling. And I also wanted to share my productivity system in the form of digital planning in my iPad. It's important to drink water. Never forget. Do that. Like I said, I use both the bullet journal method and the digital planning method. And I like it that way because some days I like it more pen and paper, and some days I like it more on my iPad. I also use Notion, but that's mainly for collecting my ideas and my things I want to do, like overall. And I use GoodNotes 5 with a PDF planner for daily planning. Notion is mostly for general life ideas and general things that is not daily things. And yeah, I use my bullet journal mostly for habit tracking, mood tracking, and my meetings and appointments and my life in general, while I use my digital planning system in my iPad for education and my college education only, and everything related to college education courses I take, and also sometimes for my freelancing stuff and my illustrated brand and like things I associate with work and productivity. My bullet journal is more for wellness and like regular stuff, and my iPad is more for productivity and for work. This makes the most sense for me, since bullet journaling, like the traditional way, is more creative for me, and the iPad I associate with work and with productivity. It's just a personal preference, I think. I mean to use the bullet journal for general stuff and the iPad for work. I use the bullet journal official bullet journal companion app to store my bullet journal even digitally, and I think it's great. Now I want to show you a little bit how I actually use my bullet journal. This year I use the official bullet journal notebook, but I also have this green one which comes from a brand I have completely forgotten. And I have these stickers and the dividers and everything. And now I want to show how I actually do journaling in this format for me, in my ideas, how I do it. Like you see, I have these tabs on the side, and I use the first half of the book pretty regular, like everyone else, with intentions and goals and future log and the month and the calendar and all those stuff. For me is functionality the top priority, not aesthetics. So here is how I have set up the bullet journal. I don't care if it looks messy or ugly. I don't care. I'm for the functionality. It's my top priority over aesthetics. And here is my habit tracker, because I track habits better on pen and paper than I do in my mobile phone for some reason. And and slide it a little bit and we can see my pain tracker, mood tracker, and breathing tracker. I just show on the screen the different trackers. It's very up and down, like you can see. I wouldn't say I use a minimal or minimalistic style of bullet journaling, but I wouldn't say I use a complicated system either. I think I use an essential system because I like it balanced. I like a balance. Like you can see, the first half is dedicated to the calendars and weekly planning, and the second half of the book is divided between my daily logs, because I don't always use daily logs, so I do them when I need them. And they are together in one tab. And here is how it looks like empty. And the other tabs, see if I can go to another tab. This tab says pages, not tabs, pages for the entire year, and here is reading logs and projects and memories, anxiety log, my life goals, and pretty much all the things that can be stored here for the entire year. And here is the life organizer with my also kind of goals, but more like plans. And here is a little collage I've made, and pencil and pen testing page at the back. Now I wanted to show some other ways that I journal. And with that I mean some other types of journaling. I do, for example, guided journaling and shadow work journaling. And I also do Bible journaling and yeah, also a little bit of healing. That's like guided journals, these two here as well. I like guided journals because they have prompts and you can use those to like start your journaling practice or your journaling. It's not just like an empty page. It's a prompt and you can read that prompt and journal from that. I also do Bible journaling and prayer journaling. And here are some of my prayer journals. And it's also prompted journals, so it's easier to start to actually write. This one is just an empty notebook I have dedicated to my faith, though. And this one is prompted, so I have a collection of both prompted journals and blank journals. This is another spiritual journal with prompts. And like I said, I also do Bible journaling. And here is a little flip through my journaling Bible. And it's an ESV, English Standard Version journaling Bible with fake leather. I think that's great because I don't want real leather because I like the vegan lifestyle. Anyway, I like the concept of journaling Bibles, and I'm sad that I was only able to find one in Swedish, in the Swedish language, and that is the version of the Inspire Bible. And so I just have English journaling Bibles and just one in Swedish because of the lack of journaling Bibles in Swedish. I think that's a shame because I like journaling in my Bibles because, I mean, when you read the Bible and study the Bible, you always get thoughts and where are a better place to put your thoughts about the Bible than in a Bible. What I like about Bible journaling is that you don't need any separate books. You can have just one journaling Bible and you can journal in it, and you won't need extra journals for your Bible study if you don't want to go more in depth, of course, which most of us maybe will and would and should do as well. But as your main tool, you can journal in the Bible, and I think that's cool. I think that's why I like it, because you can fit in everything. I realized that after filming most of the clips in this video, I have used my digital planner more than my bullet journal, and maybe that's because I am in college and I do more academic stuff than ever before, and maybe I do more work now than I have ever did before. I don't know, but I thinking about using the trackers in my digital planner and maybe move from the bullet journal a little bit, because I find it easier to take my iPad with me than to take a book with me, like the bullet journal notebook. Because when I go to a library for writing or for studies, I always take my iPad or my computer, but mostly my iPad, because I have a keyboard for the iPad and everything for the iPad, so it acts like a computer. I tend to use the iPad as a computer, and I tend to go to the iPad first and not to my bullet journal. So I'm thinking about switching to more digital planning and only use my bullet journal like when I feel like it. I'm not ready to give up my bullet journal just yet, but I have become very inspired by the digital planning community. And I have also started, like you can see here, with digital journaling and journaling in my iPad, like I do in notebooks, but in an iPad. These journals I've found on Etsy, and it's a faith journal and a daily journal, and I like to journal on the iPad as well, just like in regular journals. And now an announcement. I working on starting a podcast, and it's going to be about progressive Christianity and about Christian paganism and philosophy and personal stories, and I will tell you more about that when it's ready, because I'm recording the episodes right now and the trailer and everything, and I will tell you more when it's ready. I'm working on the cover art and, like I said, a trailer, and I want to at least record some episodes before I publish the first one, and that's because I want to have content for regular putting out regularly. So I will tell you more about this for sure. Oh, and the podcast is going to be called Fullness in Faith, because I believe in inclusive Christianity and the fullness of that everyone should be welcome in the faith. I won't show anything in someone's throat, of course, but I feel like how some Christians treat the LGBTQ plus community or women and stuff, that's not okay. It's not okay to hate on other people, and I want to start a podcast about being Christian and LGBTQ plus affirming, for example. I won't say more than that, but you can look forward to that. And if you like my voice, like some of you have commented like that you do, you will like my podcast. And this will be fun. It won't take long before it's out. I'm working a lot on this, so I think it will take maybe a month, and then you can see my podcast online. Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying with me in this video, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.